Tonight, Indiana school leaders say they're facing an unprecedented financial strain because of changes made by lawmakers this year.
That's according to a new survey released by the Indiana Coalition for Public Education. Jenna Webster breaks it down.
A new survey shows a crisis unfolding for public school funding in Indiana. Of the half of schools around the state who responded, 95% say this year's property tax cuts are negatively impacting them. 87% say the level of funding allocated by the Indiana General Assembly is hurting their schools.
I don't think most people, us included, understood how deep it's going to be and how immediate it's going to be.
Jim May is with the Indiana Coalition for Public Education, the nonpartisan nonprofit behind the survey. Superintendents from across the state say they're losing anywhere from hundreds of thousands of dollars to millions. Over 65% have either reduced or committed to reducing support staff, over 55% reducing teaching staff, and more than 40% are cutting spending on facility maintenance.
And this is at a time where we've seen enormous increases in cost to schools. We've seen the cost of insurance go up, both for teachers and for the buildings. We've seen increases in utility cost.
The numbers tell one story. Written comments from superintendents show a true frustration. A rural superintendent, I'm not sure this district will survive as a standalone entity. So much of this is completely out of my control. It's disheartening after 30 plus years of service to the education profession. A suburban superintendent says finances keep them up at night. Another says our state lawmakers have made any long-range financial planning impossible in Indiana with constantly changing regulations. And an urban school superintendent, education funding should be predictable, equitable, and responsive to student need, not dependent on local property tax wealth or referendum fatigue. Voters should not have to rescue their schools every few years just to maintain basic services like transportation, custodial, and building maintenance.
I don't think a lot of people understood the scope of what this was going to do for the schools compared to the scope of what they're going to experience on their property taxes.
School districts say they need funding increases of 2 to 20% to meet their needs. Jenna Webster, 13 News.